Welcome back to part 2 of Breath of the Wild Let's Play. This is Korok, and for those Zelda fans that are joining us again, or people that have randomly clicked on this link with no idea what was going on and they don't have anything better to do than to watch it, welcome. So, part 1, we got through our first shrine, our first tower, our first Korok seed. I got a rune. The old man told us to go to the 3 different shrines that are left in order to get his paraglider, and that's what we're going to do. But we're way the hell up here, so... Oh yeah, I wanted to do this first. I say first. So back in the first one... Oops, hold on. There are a ton of different little info screens on here, little tips, lots of good information. They don't last very long. Usually loading times are pretty good on this, which is a good thing, but lots of little tidbits to learn. So he told me that falling off of here would be death, and I tend to agree from a common sense, but I've never actually tried it, so we're gonna see what happens whenever I try and climb down. I can go down here. I can... Oh. Okay. Well, that doesn't usually happen. Usually I can climb on the surfaces a little bit better. Okay, anyway, so I lost a heart. That's how you learn. That's how we learn. We try things, and stuff happens, and we die. And that's okay. Got me a butterfly. Love butterflies. I don't actually use butterflies too terribly much, but I like them. Okay, we got the Magnuses, and as you can see, there's a lot of pink stuff. A lot of pink stuff we can play with. I love pink stuff. In this particular sense. Got a chest? No, it's a metal chest. I was thinking it was green for a second. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. I've never seen a green one before. Amber. Okay, so we got a ruby before. Amber, rubies, diamonds, emeralds. They're all different kinds of gems in this game. Some of them are used for upgrades, which are great, so you don't want to get rid of them too terribly quickly. But in general, they're a very good way to get money. So if you can find a place that's got a bunch of them, usually they're a pretty decent way to accrue money. We've got the rupees, top right-hand corner. I've got 0 at the moment. Obviously, I have not needed any, so it's not a problem. But eventually, you will need rupees, and you will need a lot of them. So I've got a special way to do that. I like the way that I do that because it's relatively simple and efficient time-wise. We'll get to that later. You don't need them for a long time. You don't really theoretically need them ever. But there's a lot of stuff you don't have to do in this game if you don't want to, and I just prefer to do everything. So we'll get to that anyway, eventually. But for now, rubies, ambers, etc., etc., just hold on to them. They're just like everything else. They're useful eventually. Got me another chest. See how easy it is to knock stuff around? These things. Opal, that's another one. Yeah, cool. The power of water. A lot of times, I mean, this doesn't do anything. In Master Quest, I might have something to knock around here, but right, this isn't doing anything right now, so it's kind of cool just to have it. I can move this a little bit, but if I had magnesis, I can move this thing like crazy. Another thing I could do, there's because of that blue line, I know where it's gonna fall. Oh shit, keys. See, he did his little dive bomber attack. Okay, Keese are bats. They're not bats, but they're basically bats. They're one-eyed bats. They've been in basically every Zelda game since time began. All 30 some odd years ago. And they're super easy. Oh, cool. Skullbokos. These guys are neat too. So these aren't complicated. Give me another club. Nope. Club, please. Thank you. So as you notice, I knock one off, and or I knock one up, and his head falls off. And if I don't kill the head, him and all the other skeletons in the area will just keep reforming. But I don't get anything special from them until I kill the head. So there's no sense in not just killing the head. You can kill the head in a lot of different ways. I've got some funny ones, but they're pretty cool. They're super easy, and they're good for like farming different parts because they drop the same Boko parts as the other bokoblins, but they're just super easy to deal with. The other thing they have that's kind of neat is they drop their arms as weapons. So they're not too terribly durable, but they've got some decent XP, and it's kind of cool and creepy to have this little hand on your back reaching at your butt all the time. I don't know, maybe a link's into it, but either way, it's fine. It's a fine weapon early on. Eventually, you don't care. Ooh, a metal one. Hold on. Traveler's Spear. It's easy to hold and simple to use. Yeah, it's just a stick. You point and you stab. There's no complexity to it. Spears are the third style of weapons. We've gone through single hand and two-handed weapons. These, like two-handed weapons, you can't use your shield until you put it away. So you got to put it away to use your shield. But they poke, and they poke at a decent distance. And if you charge them up, they do like the super poke. It's very, very efficient. So if you need to get some distance on something, they're super handy. And they tend to have decent durability. I guess I don't have the numbers on that. But the Zora Spears have good durability, and they're just all over the place. But Zora everything has durability. Okay, there was something else I wanted to look at here. No, not that. I was sure it was here. A random hollowed out tree trunk. Just hanging out, doing nothing. Maybe it's over here. Look at all this cool random shit. Oh crap. I'm sinking. Sinking is bad. But once I've got the magnet power, I don't see anything. There's some pink over here, though. There it is. There it is. I knew there was something over here. So you can say, hey, look, there's this piece of steel, metal, iron, whatever the hell it is, and it's chained for some godforsaken reason to this tree stump. And the tree stump has a hole in it. And the hole seems to be about the same size as this rock. So what am I going to do with it? I don't know. What am I going to do with it? I'm going to try not to die falling in the swamp while I drop this thing. There it is, Korok number 2. They're all named Korok, except for Hetsu, and there's a couple other specific guys, but they're all named Korok. I'm sure it never gets confusing. And that's it. There's no explanation. He's just like, hey, you found me. Here's a stick or a seed. That's it. Now I'm going to sit here forever, and he's just going to be there, just hovering for the rest of eternity. All right, so we've got, this is a kind of a cool thing that I don't remember specifically messing with before. There's a couple chests. They're stone, so I can't just pick them up with the magnesis. I can do this another way, but I need a thing for it. I need a rune that I don't have right now. I might come back to this. I'm not super interested in dying for no reason. That would be bad. Look at all this cool, random stuff that's out here. This is what I'm talking about. This place is just beautiful. Ah, I threw a rock at me. Obviously. So you can actually pick these up. And I'm just going to go over here and drop it. No, I had to be further in. Ah, come on. Yeah, if there's multiple bodies, it's sometimes hard to pick up this last head. If you want to pick it up, you can just destroy it. Throw, which is actually a kick, and he sinks, and then I think he dies. They can't swim. There we go. Bokoblins can't swim. The problem with what I just did, which is probably stupid, is that you don't always get all of the drops. Sometimes the skulls center, or the drops center on the skulls. So if your skull is off to the side, you're not necessarily going to get all the drops. Hey, look, frogs. Oh yeah, I don't have a paraglider yet. Man, this is going to be so much cooler when I got that. And they're gone. Yep, animals disappear after a while. Oh look, it's another. See how this... There's just this random rock formation, and there's another little rock underneath it. It's like, what do I do with this little rock? I just pick it up. There's another one. There's another freaking Korok. He's just hanging out. And these guys never talk to each other. I mean, this one's like, what, 50, 100 feet away from this other one? And they're just going to sit there forever. They're not even going to look at each other. I mean, just what kind of life? What kind of life are you leading? If that's what you want to do. Something shiny. Arrows. I don't know why there's an arrow. Oh wait, that one had a bow and he was shooting at me. So yes, if monsters shoot at you with arrows, and they don't like blow up or burn you already, you can pick them up. They're just hanging out on the ground. Which is a great way to get arrows certain places. Hey look, it's another mushroom. This is a green mushroom though. This is a stamina shroom. So this one's got a bunch of stamina energy. So in addition to healing you a little bit, it gives you stamina restoration. Well, after you cook it, I say. A lot of these, you don't necessarily need to cook anything for a long time, but once you do, it's great. These big trees, you can't cut these down. You can't cut these big trees down. You can't do anything to these big trees. See? Nothing. Nothing. These smaller trees, you can cut down. It's just fine. But the big ones you can't cut down, and that means that there's opportunity for something to be up here. It's not every tree, obviously. This one doesn't have anything in it. But sometimes there's like nests, birds' nests with like, you know, bird eggs in there, which are kind of cool. You could use them for recipes and stuff. Or sometimes there's freaking Koroks. Those things are everywhere. Hey look, it's another stump that has a hole in it, but there's nothing around it, and it's not tied to anything. So sometimes it'll, like, they'll throw you off. You might see something and trigger on it, and you think, oh crap, there's a Korok here. Like those little stones that I just picked up and pulled one out, those are all over the place. If you pick up every rock in this game, you are going to be here for a very long time. It will not be fun for you after a while. You might still enjoy the crap out of it just because of the kind of game that it is, but don't go going after every rock. It's just not worth it. Most of them, you'll know right away that they're special because they're like in a weird spot. They're underneath something, or they're at the top of a mountain or a hill or something. They've got a very specific location, or there's like a ring of stones and there's one missing, and you got to complete the ring or something like that. You'll get a feel for that. Okay, I have a shrine over here that I need to get to. So this is a big old area of nothing. This is what I'm talking about. This is like just this big area of nothing, and it's still pretty. You can get butterflies, and you can get different other kinds of bugs. There should be some grasshoppers around here too. Come on, butterfly, get closer. I need you to go down. There you go. Nope, that's not gonna work. Ran away. That's fine. I don't need every butterfly. And you get a feel for what's a thing too. So these are different. They're flowers, they're different, but they're not items that I can pick up. So there's really no sense in worrying about them. You can look over here, look at all this cool Cool architecture, presumably from, I don't know, if this is from 100 years ago, then this has seen a lot worse time than the shrine, or the temple over there. Anyway, gonna go up to the top of this hill, so I've got a viewpoint, vantage point, for whatever the hell I'm doing next. That didn't sound good. That didn't sound good either. Oh look, there's a chest in the water. And I don't see anybody around here. This is another one of those spots that I remember specifically in the Master Quest, having a ton of random monsters just hanging out and ready to kill me. Chest, amber, woot. Oh, why do I have my axe? Something break. I'll go over to this guy. Eventually, these are gonna start trying to kill me. But not this one. Might be the next one. This one. Try and not die. I was sure it was this one. Oh yeah, there it is. They're still alive. This one's not gonna move very far. And you're like freaking out, oh shit, this is not gonna work, and then you just walk behind this wall. And then nothing. See, it doesn't know where you are. It can't sense you unless it sees you. And it can't move because it's in the ground. All of its legs are broken. And then it goes quiet. I don't know if you can sneak up on these guys. They pivot their heads. I don't think it's... I don't even know if I can sneak strike him, considering he's like... his face is on the other side. See, now I'm right on top of him. Nothing's happening. He is not happy about that. But he can't find me. Ah, now he found me. Okay. Now we're running away. I want to show you something. If I don't die, which is something that I'm about to do apparently. I'm on fire too, that's bad. Where's my... Here we go. Got me some baked apples. Just eat, and then eat again. And you can just keep eating if you want. So here's what I wanted to show you. Theoretically, I am not good at this. And I did that again. Seriously? Okay. You can do something stupid like this. Okay, so you can use your shield to stop the, there it is. I don't have any other shields? What happened to my pot lid? Oh, wait, that was another thing. Okay. So, I'm going to have to get another shield and then try this. The other way to do this, that is much more reliable, as far as I know, do this. You just shoot him in the eye. And then you got some time to whack him. See how much crap he's crazy. Look at that health. This is ridiculous. At this point, it's not even worth it. You're not going to get anything from this guy that you really care about right now. And it just takes so freaking long to kill him. It's just not worth it. There are other types of that guy that are worse. They are harder to kill. And, you know, I don't have a shield. Let's just use a spear. Hey, look, it's a piece of metal. That's kind of ominous, right? It's just sitting there doing nothing. Pull out my magnet. And then... nothing. Oh, wait, look, there's a rock. See, this is one of those rocks that I'm talking about. It's not just hanging out in the middle of nowhere. It's underneath a freaking door that you had to move. So there's a good chance it's special. This is your Korok. Got your new seed. Bye-bye. And then you just throw the rock. A lot of times you pick up the rock, because there are so many of these guys, and then you just put it down. And then it hits him on the head. And he's still your friend afterwards. You know, it's not like he's mad at you for it. But so yeah, this is that shrine that we were going after. Baij Shrine. I am probably really bad at these names, but in general, oh no, there's another one moving. I heard it. That's that one. Yeah, see, you gotta listen. It'll do some pretty cool stuff. The music in this is just fantastic. This is another one of those X chests. There's just... I got a shirt. It's a Switch shirt. It's wear it with pride, and it's the same armor. This is completely useless. I just didn't care for this DLC at all. Shrine number 2. Electric Boogaloo. And then he just stands there for a couple seconds. You can skip a lot of these things. You do so many of these shrines. Okay, on the right-hand side, you got your spirit orbs, and then your shrines, and then your Korok seeds. So I've done 4 Korok seeds, 1 shrine, and 1 orb. So your orbs are going to go down, because you turned them in for stuff. So you probably won't have more than like 8 at a time, realistically speaking. There's no sense in that. You could probably, you can go through the whole game, do everything, and only need what you start out with. You never turn them in if you want a super challenge or something like that, but you can't get the Master Sword unless you have 14 hearts, so that's kind of stupid. I don't even know if you can beat the game without the Master Sword. I assume you can. Again, why? Why would you do that? Why would you spend the time to go through the whole game and not do something like the Master Sword? Oh man, rip bombs. When I first saw this, I was like, you are literally going to give me an infinite supply of bombs? What kind of god power is this? Infinite bombs! I mean, just infinite bombs. That's never happened before in Zelda. It's always been, you've got a bomb bag, and you gotta upgrade it, and you get like maybe 99 if you're lucky at the end of the game. But still, infinite bombs. How cool is this? So, you got your runes. So now I've got several. You've got 2 different kinds of bombs. You got a round bomb, which you go like this, and then you throw, and it moves a little. It rolls, and it's a bomb, so you can do stuff. And then you can detonate it from anywhere. I could just hang out here forever, and it would just not do anything. But you detonate it, and then it blows up. Now you've got this cooldown gauge, so I can't summon another bomb of that type before the cooldown gauge goes down. I can use another one. This is a square bomb. And the square bomb doesn't do stuff. It doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't roll, it just sits there, which is great for a lot of things. Sometimes you want it to move, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're running around in a hill and you got somebody behind you and you just want to drop a bomb and let them fight it out to the death or whatever. Also, bombs will hurt you. See, I just killed myself. That's bad. You need to be very careful around bombs. These are messed up. Luckily, I auto-saved whenever I got in here, so there's nothing to this. So, I've already got my bombs. Just make sure you're outside of the radius and you'll be fine. If you're right next to it, you're gonna die. It's bad. Eventually, you won't have 3 hearts and you're not gonna die, but still. Anything that's got that cracked, stony look, you can probably blow up. So, try to. Traveler's Claymore. Oh yeah, 10 damage, man. This is nuts. And they allude to the fact that you can knock shields out of enemies' hands if you're strong enough. I don't know that I've ever done that. Usually they die before the shield comes out of their hand. So look, if this was a regular game, I'd have to put a bomb like down and then time it in such a perfect way that it just meets it right where it needs to go. This one I can just set it off wherever I want to. So it's a level of control we've never had with bombs before in Zelda. It's just wonderful. Can't get enough of that. Infinite bombs. And you can make them better, too. It's just beautiful. So, okay, so we got our monk. He's over there. You can see it from here. But there's all this crap in between, and there's no way to get up. There's a ladder over here, but you can't, like, throw one and then you can get that, but you're not going to get this. I want this first. See that chest up there? I want that. I don't have a good way to get there. Now, actually, you don't need bombs at all for that part. But it's kind of just a cool little thing that they're showing. See there? You watching the little metal sphere go from one side to the other. So what you do is you get on this thing, and it just shoots you over. Anything that's on there will get shot over. And I got an amber. And I'll check and see. See, I got the chest, so that means that I got the treasure that they wanted me to get. Anyway, so what they want you to do in this shrine, if you don't have cat-like reflexes like I did, and set off your bombs mid-air, what they want you to do is learn how to use these things. Because these will come up in other shrines. So you take your round bomb, and you drop it in here, and then it goes into the hopper, and then it falls onto that little piston thingy. The piston thing shoots it across, and then you blow it up. Way over there. So if that was a regular bomb, that timing would be awful. But because you can set it off whenever you want, it's really handy. You put it way over. Yeah. And now we're here. This is the guy. This is guy number 2. And if you'll notice, every single one of these monks has a different pose, different hairstyle, different hat configuration. A lot of the hats are the same, but they're in different configurations, different hairstyles. I already said that. But the hand pose and the body pose is different for each one of these. So they had to come up with a slightly different but significantly noticeable version of each one of these guys. That's just a level of detail that you don't get before, you know, games of this caliber. It would be easy to just have the same guy or a statue that's the same every time. It would be easy to do that, but they went this extra mile in order to give you something different. And if you notice that one, he had the little triangle with his hands in the bottom right-hand corner of his body, kind of alluding to something. If you know anything about Zelda. Hey, look, I can blow stuff up now. I'm so awesome. So cool. I love bombs. I kill myself more often than I should, but still fun. Oh wait, there's another one? Oh yeah, he's over here. See? No, you don't. Powerless. Completely powerless. So here, look. There's a rock. It's kind of in a weird spot, but nothing. There are a ton of these. Don't let it stop you from getting rocks. You know, if it looks pretty suspicious, go for it. But if there's like 6 or 8 of them in the same spot and there's no like pattern or, you know, you could spend a lot of time picking up rocks. If you want to. Oh yeah, this one's alive. Let's see how many bombs I need to throw at him. Can I get this over there? That did like no damage. Yeah, like no damage. Okay, that's not worth our time. He's not happy, but I don't care. I don't care how the Guardian feels. He's a Guardian, by the way. That's his name. There's a ton of him. Hey, look, there's another rock. And it does nothing. Wait, no, there was a grasshopper underneath. Sometimes there's stuff underneath rocks. That's another benefit. Eventually, you won't care about that, but, you know, early on, just go for it. Just do everything. Just do everything that you want to do. Just go everywhere. Alright, shrine number 2. How are we doing on time? We are, oh, 30 minutes in. So I'm going to try and keep these to about 30 minutes apiece. So let's stop for now, and we'll pick this up with number 3.